Hey, I'm Taylor, and I am the art director and content strategist here at Holland Adhaus. And today we're going to be discussing a little bit more about what organic social is, how to create content, and also some of the ins and outs on what your audience is looking for. What is social media? Social media is really just a way that we're connecting with our audience. So very similar to what you're already using in your personal life. Businesses will often use social media platforms, the top three being LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook. They use those as opportunities to connect with their target audience, to create brand awareness, offer promotions, services, that sort of thing. But again, it's just a really casual platform for us to connect with our audience and offer deals and tips and tricks and things of the like. Is there a difference between paid or organic social? So there is a big difference between paid social and organic social. Paid social is when a business has money behind a post or an advertisement. And the more money you're putting behind this post, the more people outside of your following are going to be able to see it. So it's a great way to get people that are maybe in your area but not necessarily aware of your brand, get those ads in front of them and getting them to start to establish recognition and understand what your services and any kind of offers and products that you're providing. Whereas organic social is free. And this is where you can post about products, you can post about services, employees, frequently asked questions. It's really treated as more of like an online portfolio, or be able to post reviews or any kind of comments, recognize employee milestones, but this is a great opportunity for that. Again, the biggest difference between paid and organic social is paid goes out to those who do not follow you, whereas organic social is only shown to those that are following your page already. So a lesser audience, but again, still great content that we want to have out there for everybody. So how does organic social work? So organic social is a curated content that is pulled together, and you create posts, you create stories, you create reels, videos, anything that you want to present on your page for your brand. Often it's seasonally representative, pop culture might be introduced into this, but again, it's very casual, really kind of giving a behind the scenes look at your brand. So how do you decide what goes in a content calendar? So when coming up with your content calendar, you may have heard in your research of the 50-30-20 rule, where 50% should be value driven, 30% should be branded, and 20% should be promotional driven, which is a really great start. But I like to take it a step further. So with this, if we think about it, organic social, we're wanting to have followers on our page. We're also wanting to retain them. So how do we do this? Maybe we're offering different tips or tricks or answering frequently asked questions. Or maybe we're doing polls, or we're showing behind the scenes, or we're giving ideas of what our services or our products can do. And so it's really giving people an opportunity to not only follow your page, but share some of your posts with their friends, or even go back to your page to see what you're coming up with next month. What are the 7 C's of marketing? So the 7 C's are community, content, creation, curation, connection, conversation, and conversion. Community is self-explanatory. It's the act of being on the social media platforms like Facebook and LinkedIn and Instagram and just connecting with your audience. Content is the actual content calendar, which we've already discussed. So the posts, the reels, the videos, all of that, it's just the actual content that you're putting out. Curation is twofold. So curation could be maybe the assets that you're pulling together as you're creating the content calendar. Maybe it's different resources, different articles, trends, that sort of thing. Or it could very well be content that is favorable to your audience, that you're sharing to your audience, but not necessarily that you've curated yourself. Creation is the aesthetic part of it. So that's where your designers and your videographers, your photographers are coming into play. So here they're creating these on-brand, aesthetically pleasing posts, videos, stories, anything of the like, so that anything that is being posted on your social media platform does look on brand and very recognizable to your audience. So connection is simply just responding to messages. Maybe it's direct messages, maybe it's to comments or responding to likes. And so really just being present and making sure that you're communicating on behalf of the brand. Conversation is something that often is overlooked, but really shouldn't be. So this is where you're gonna drive home what it is your audience wants to see. So maybe you're creating content that asks questions about what it is they wanna see, or questions that maybe pertain to a service or a product that you're selling. Anything like that. And so really you're kind of curating the content based on the feedback that you're getting. So kind of having that dialogue and creating that conversation with your audience. All right, so with conversion, while it is the final C, it's not necessarily the final step. Obviously, as a marketer, we all want to see that conversion, but with organic social, this is really just another touch point for your audience, keeping it top of mind. Maybe we're, able to showcase frequently asked questions or reviews, services, products. And so someone's doing research on your brand, they're coming to your social media to see what it is that you're about, what you're offering, kind of how you respond to questions being asked or the work that you've already done. So it's really kind of a way to nudge the decision maker into looking into your brand further and then hopefully creating that conversion. If you're interested in learning more, please contact us at Holland Adhaus. We certainly can get you pointed in the right direction and getting your organic social started and up and running.